What is up, everyone? Welcome back to part 2 of Red and the Cursed Isles. On the last episode we did some stuff, was attacked by a sea snake, and now we're looking for our friends. We've managed to get Finn and Koi, so now we're just going to keep exploring, keep talking about the game, and see where that goes. Oh yeah, Red does react to the water, but if you go too far out he will sink and die, because he can't swim and he doesn't have a wee rubber ring in this game. Right, this is another NPC. You can help out if you press triangle. She's got a quest for us. I could really use some help. If you could, would you meet me at the lookout east of here? Sure. There you go, just like that. Another wee quest is down. And of course we can go in here. Now, one of the quests we got from Captain P. Ingle was on the Crescent Moon Island, which is the island that we're on. If we gave a letter to his wife, that was one of the quests, and this is his wife over here.
Hi, are you Mrs. Ingle? Ingalls?
What do you want, kid?
Wow, okay, I'm not a kid, and I have a letter from Mrs. Ingalls.
Well, who's asking?
Me. I'm asking. I have a letter from Captain Ingle.
Oh, a letter from my husband. Is he alright?
He's fine.
The guy humming, just walking past.
I'm sure the letter explains everything.
That idiot, always getting into trouble.
Yeah, well, he got me out of trouble, so...
Well, thanks for giving me this. I was getting worried.
My pleasure. See you around, Mrs. Ingle.
I love how snappy Red is with her, because she's like, he's just trying to give her a letter. Oh, it's got foggy. So yeah, there's a wee bit of fog. It's one of those weather changes that happen so often. Let's go in here.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, I was just wondering if you have any wrenches for sale?
Wrenches?
Yeah, the metal things you use to throw at people?
Oh, wrenches. Nah, little dude, we don't have any of those.
So he refers to wrenches as the things you throw at people, because in the Phantom Castle he went and threw a wrench at the big stone guardian in the volcano.
Oh, wow, he's so adorable. What is he?
No idea, little red-haired dude. Some other dude dropped off the little dude a while ago. But he only says one thing.
So yeah, the llama's based off
So,
Cusco, obviously. It's got the same skin colour, or fur colour.
It gets old fast.
How much for him?
I tell you what, little dude, you take him right now, he's free.
You got yourself a deal. So, what'd you say, Min? You want to help me on my adventure? Min!
So this is all filler. Originally Min was supposed to have like a bigger role in the game, that was going to involve like mini games with him, where he would like sneak into places that Red couldn't because he's smaller. But ultimately I didn't have the time and ended up just making him a little character that now follows you around. It'll be in all your cutscenes as well that require him to be. There's also a couple of Easter eggs in here referring to some other Dreamers. This thing in the back is a poster of Darktown, and this over here is Piece of Craft's mascot character. So yeah, now we've got a little Min. And of course every island has its own helm and mast. The last one was just a regular one. This one's kind of, I mean, you can see that this one's a bit different. It's also got the dungeon key. Boom bam. So now we can get into the dungeon on Isla del Sol. Also, you'll see down the bottom left it says a letter. That means that you've completed that particular quest. Then over here, Target Madness. Another mini game that Sean went and made the billboard for. Koi's chilling in here. This guy was inspired by Dan from the Game Grumps. When I was making this game, I was really into the Game Grumps. I mean, I still am, but probably not as much. Hello. We're closed today. I lost my instrument. I need it for the Cursed Isles hottest minigame. Maybe I can find it. I last seen it when I was sailing around Gull's Lookout. Okay, I'll check that. I think it was meant to give me a wee kind of, like da 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 da, but it didn't. So everything that's actually in here was all side quest stuff. You didn't need to do this. This is actually the only main story quest thing right here. But to be honest, you actually don't need to do this either.
Ah, Master Red, I've been looking for you.
For me?
Indeed. Walk with me.
Yeah, alright. What's up?
It's about Ghidorah. Follow me. Master Red.
You don't need to call me Master, Mandra. I'm no one important.
Ah, forgive me. But are you not the Queen's Knight?
I was.
I see. You blame yourself for what happened. Tell me, do you believe Soul is to be weak?
What? No. She's the strongest person I know.
Then you think...
So this is a really cool conversation between two people who are knights for respective queens, but we find this out later on.
Is it not more likely that she was protecting you and her island?
That sounds like Solace. Putting others before herself.
Where I come from, our queen has a duty to live and die for her people, radiant as they might be. But I must profess, I share your desire to keep them out of harm's way, even at the cost of my own health.
Yeah.
Then of course we've got some wee scaly bonds.
Fight it seems. Take care of yourself.
Got it. Yeah.
You want some me, you little bones?
Yeah.
Of course these are wee sand skeletons. Oh.
Be gone.
Oh. That was easy. Let's go, Modra. So this technically is very important to the story. I didn't mean to make it this way, but you can completely skip this, which is really bad because it's a very big character moment for Modra, and it sets up a lot of what's happening with Ghidorah, the sea monster. So it was also fun making this area.
Do you understand the severity of the situation now?
Was this Ghidorah's mate?
Yes. You see, Ghidorah does not attack so nonchalantly. Someone is controlling her. These remains are the end of her kin, and that her child. Lady Lyra, in her wisdom, chooses to eliminate Ghidorah. But what if there was another way?
But how? It's not like she's gonna listen.
So you also notice that Red often pronounces names wrong. This is actually done on purpose. For instance, he calls Solace Solace, but everyone else calls her Soulless. Ghidorah is how it's pronounced, but he calls her Ghidorah. It's just it's a kind of
Those I love too.
child kind of
Now let us leave this place.
kind of not a childish mistake, but just a lack of awareness almost, that he doesn't always pronounce names right. He kind of sees how they're spelled and then kind of spells it that way rather than, you know, spelling them how they're supposed to be. Right, so now we can set sail. Checked out that wee area. I will say, actually I'll show you this first. So yeah, look. So now Min Min is here and he's drawing a little red on the ground. Min Min is a cross between a Chow from Sonic Adventure and a Pikmin. I'm sure you can immediately see where that's coming from. I was a big fan of Chow and Pikmin as I grew up, so it's just adorable watching them draw. And if we go back to the original island, you'll also notice that once it loads up, Min Min is with you now, and Finn and Koi are on the boat helping pack stuff. And they'll just kind of interact and kind of do their own thing. They'll also be in the pub over there when you go in. And it'll be the same for if you acquire any other friends on the way. Originally I wanted to make it that if you zoom in you can actually see them, but it ended up being a wee bit thermo heavy. Now it's time for Storm's Perch. This is where the game really starts picking up, in my opinion.
The island, it's in ruins.
Gadura. She's been here.
See, Gadura again.
Yeah, looks that way. We need to find Froggo, the medallions, and get out of here.
I second and third that.
Fourth.
So yeah, you'll notice that they're they're quite quippy now with each other. So you've got 2 over 2 there, a frog in your throat, and then 1 out of 2 it's bog time over here. I really loved like old school Nintendo games where it would title the level that you're going into. This is It's Jen Sim from Media Molecule. She lended me her voice.
Oh, I really like your little boots. Welcome to the Hole in the Wall pop-up store. And yes, it is called that because I am a mouse. What can I get you? Welcome to the Hole in the Wall pop-up store. And yes, it is called that because I am a mouse.
Red, we'll check out ahead from up here. Come on, Finn.
So this is a really cool thing. They two will chat
My thinking exactly.
while doing their own thing.
Catch up.
You can go wander if you want, but if you stay close to Finn and Coy, you'll actually hear them talk.
Didn't think we'd end up in a poison bog today.
Oh yeah? Where did you want to end up?
I was hoping to try out that music shop in Lunar Island.
Yeah, the Red said its crank was missing, so it's closed.
Oh man. Hey Red,
Yeah?
any luck with the music crank?
Working on it.
So yeah, he just referenced that quest we went and took. Now, there is plenty more. Well, there's not really a lot more, but there's some other stuff you can check out.
Sea Dog.
Next round on me?
Yeah, can't wait.
Let's find Froggo and get him a big glass.
One? You'll need at least half a dozen.
Sean also helped with this entire area as well, and it turned out really, really nice. Now, one thing before I actually end this level is, you notice there's a white bar on the bottom right. Now this is every time Red gets hit, the bar goes up. And if you get hit enough, you'll eventually unlock the ability to go Phantom Red form. Now, the reason why a lot of people don't know this is there's not really a lot of ways to get hurt in the game, which, yeah, it's very poor planning on my part, because obviously I've basically just lost a key feature. So let me show you what happens when you actually kind of get it. So yeah, you get Phantom mode, and he can fly about. Basically what you've seen at the start of the game, and he's got and he's basically got all the attacks that Phantom Red has. You don't get it for very long, eventually it does run out. But it was such a cool feature when I was adding it, but I implemented it so wrong, like really badly.
Okay, guys, stay here. Keep lookout. I'm going on ahead. If anything happens, signal me.
What's the signal?
Quack. Sorry.
And yeah, of course, as their friends are making fun of the fact that each of them is a fish and a duck. So this game won a voice acting award, yay me. But one of the caveats of getting the award was that noose up there used to have someone hanging from it, and Sony wouldn't allow that. I don't know how they can have like things like God of War, like kicking about their thing, but a wee guy in a noose. It was actually a zombie as well. But yeah, they made me remove they asked me to remove it. I mean, technically they made me. If I didn't remove it, I wouldn't have got the award. So technically it was made, but you know, since it was just one guy, I figured sure.
Oh, man. Hello? Who's that?
You fail to heed even the simplest of warnings.
Focus and illuminate. I don't want to be here either. But I need the ocean heart.
Oh, I see. The ocean heart has prize worth having.
I don't want it for a prize. I need it to quell Ghidorah. That way I can save my queen.
Well,
So yeah, he just did it again. Called it Ghidorah instead of Ghidorah.
what you'll find, the dead care not for fine reasons.
Laugh all you want. I'm not leaving here without that medallion.
Oh,
There he is.
do you hear that, gentlemen? The child isn't leaving without his medallion.
So this entire area is based on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Disneyland. Or that was the inspiration. Look at how creepy these zombies are, man. Ugh. God, they still creep me out. They still creep me out to this day. I've not played this in a while, so they still kind of creep me out. Get back. There we go. Sorted. And we hop down here. Woo. This was my attempt at horror. I'm not a big horror kind of guy, so I really tried to make something that was quite creepy. And these kind of zombies was the... Oh my god, there's one in the door. This is so creepy. Could have... Oh, got him. Yeah. I'm just going to teleport out here since I got the key. But yeah, you'll also remember in episode 1, if you watched it, that we took a mission from Nida, who's the old pirate queen, and she went and said, if you get to a prison island, my brother was locked up. We're about to find out, you know, what happened with that.
Curious lad, how do you plan on killing a man that's already dead?
Fun fact, that is me. That's me voicing that. Heavily inspired by Davy Jones. Stop. I think this is probably one of the only fights where you can get hit enough and then gain the power. And we can just chop them up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So if we go through here, we'll see the moon necklace that we were supposed to gain for the sister. So obviously the brother is in fact dead. We've got one of those wee classic dead brothers that you hear so much about. Bada bing, bada boom, another mission done. So yeah, that was my attempt at horror. Over here is my kind of bring back to the Phantom Castle. You'll see why in a second.
Red?
This doesn't make any sense. Why is only half the island's color gone?
A smaller attack?
Maybe.
Some of this stuff was retconned in the remake though.
But this feels like it happened recently. Like how it did in Solaria.
What do we do?
Red, you dealt with this once, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But by accident. I didn't know breaking the crystal heart would bring back the color.
So we look for a big crystal?
I guess so.
Whoever did this couldn't have gotten far. Keep your guard up.
Red, a survivor.
Help me.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh, poor Sarah.
Don't hurt me.
Hey. No one's going to hurt you. We're here to help.
Red, half of a body. The color's gone.
I know, Finn. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah? You're safe now, but I need to know who did this.
This hooded person came through with a woman. She wore a red dress. He forced her to take our color.
So we've finally got our kind of first sighting of Solace.
Collapsed, and the guards took her away.
And Finn and Coy just gave themselves a wee nod, as in the, oh, that's her.
He's still here? Where, Sarah? Where is he?
The ruins below our castle. Ugh. It holds our ocean's heart. But, wait, there was a frog. He was injured.
Sarah? No! Sarah!
Red, get back!
She's gone.
Was there nothing we could do?
Back home when I freed the color, the people in that state had been trapped for a year. They didn't make it. But if we act fast, I don't know. Maybe we can help.
She also mentioned Froggo.
Yeah. Let's move. Fast.
Lead the way.
So, so basically what happened to Solaria has happened to half of this island, but on a bigger scale. It's not been contained within the castle, and we find out why, because Red collided with the explosion while it happened, stopping it in its tracks. Otherwise everyone would have been killed, like here. But because he wasn't here to stop it, this is the true devastation of what should have happened on Solaria.
So, we scoped the place out, Red.
Nice. So what are we looking at?
It's not looking good. Our color's being drained the closer we get.
And this place is crawling with shades and traps.
Hang on. Let me try something. Focus and illuminate!
Whoa. What did you just do?
I don't know how, but on a small scale I can control color, so I brought back ours.
Okay, we need to sit down and discuss this later.
Fine. For now, sit tight. I'll deal with the shades. Meet me at the crystal later, okay?
Sure.
So, wee bit of bad storytelling there. Red is just suddenly able to do this extremely amazing thing. It was always supposed to, Red's ability, which we'll find out later in the game and why he's got it. He was always supposed to have like this amazing ability basically, but that get taken down. It was always supposed to have that, but I just, you know how when you make like the biggest oversight over something so big you have no idea how you could make that oversight? That's probably one of the biggest ones I made. I never explain why he has that ability. I never explain like what's actually like how he gains it. He never trains to get it, that sort of thing, and that's really just a fault of my own storytelling and really not thinking everything out clearly. Basically what I would have liked is Red is tested from island to island. He's discovering more about himself, and I wanted that in a moment of kind of necessity he like does this kind of color magic, and that would have kind of that would have been the start of him kind of learning how to
Wait for me.
be himself.
I can't hear you.
Don't go any.
Is the crystal messing with our signal?
So we're about to finally start getting into like the nitty gritty of the game. This is where kind of things start to make sense and we start getting answers.
So if I break it, the color comes back? Hey, Finn and Coy made it. Hey! What?
Red, turn around!
There's a big thing behind you.
I can't hear. Behind me? What is? Attacking from behind, huh? Fine, let's go.
I actually really like this boss fight because I actually managed to make him somewhat balanced.
Flying. Come on.
And he also has like cinematic hits. So when Red gets hit,
His attacks are slow. Wait for an opening.
you'll notice that Red actually like gets hit back properly. There's also
Come on.
there's also a cheat you can do where if you use your feet on him, if you jump at a right angle, you get a really big hit. Yeah, turned his into a Beyblade. Woo!
Red, get down! Let him low!
And of course, because the crystal wasn't as big as the one on Solaria, it's a much smaller explosion.
We did.
Woo! Go us!
Yeah. Ugh. Hey guys, give me 5 minutes, then we can move on.
Of course,
okay?
Red. Take your time. You earned it.
Yeah. Rest up, buddy.
Yeah. All in a day's work. Am I dreaming?
And then we get a wee bit of backstory about when he became the knight and stuff like that, which I think is really, really cute.
So long ago. Everyone was so happy. I spent a long time training with Froggo. Then, Solace summoned me. She told me I was going to be her official knight, and she gave me my sword. Alright, Red.
So Red's only about 5 years old in this
Froggo
daydream.
needs you.
So this is like, for Red, it's like 6 years ago he's dreaming about.
Do you know why I have chosen you as my knight? It is not your strength. It is not your power. But it is your heart.
This fight is pointless, Froggo.
I really love this bit. We finally see where Froggo is and what's going on.
About this little outburst and allow you to.
Oh, yes. Man, I love it.
Cheap shot, Froggo. Really.
I'm not leaving without Queen Solace.
Enough of this. You people never learn. This is on you. She's not even here anymore.
Nice wee fight scene.
It was worth it.
Can't move.
Wee bit of slow motion as well.
Here.
Could never harm anyone. It was very difficult to make this work.
So you're the ones causing so much trouble.
Where is Solace?
Why are you all so hell-bent on saving a murderous monarch?
I won't ask again!
Oh, I see. There's more to you than meets the eye. And based on your looks, you must be Red, the Queen's Knight. She cries for you. I told her you all fell to my Leviathan attack. You should have seen the look in her face.
So we get a wee bit of Red's athleticism there.
How can you command color? Only wisps.
Solace!
You can't be. I watched them all die. How is this possible?
Red, this place is collapsing. We need to go.
Not without Solace.
She isn't here. We'll find her, but we need to go. Now.
Damn. Fine, let's go.
So it seems Solace isn't out of tricks after all.
You idiot. You could have been
And
killed.
honestly, this is probably one of my favourite scenes here because
It
of
isn't
how
worth you dying over.
good the acting is, in my personal opinion.
Stop it.
Oh, stop being a tadpole. You got hurt pretty bad.
Never got a chance to heal after the attack.
How did you even find him?
Picked up some info on Isla de Acero, the Steelworks Island. This bar called the Leaky Tap. The owner and I go back. He pointed me in the right direction. I've been tailing him for days. It wasn't until I seen Solace that I knew I had to act. But there was just too many shades. And with no weapon, it would have just ended the same. Ow!
Sorry. So, you seen Solace. How is she looking?
Solace is strong, but she's nearing breaking point. And now that she thinks we're dead, we need to hurry.
I agree. But first, we need to talk about Red.
What about him?
Froggo. Was he born in Solaria?
How do you know?
He's the spitting image of my friend when I was a child. Is he truly one of them?
Yes.
Then our fathers?
Yes,
What do we do?
we take him. He deserves to know who he is.
And if he turns on you?
So be it. He said to me, back on Solaria, the day we left, Froggo, if the time ever came to save either me or Solus, promise me you'd save her.
And did you?
Yes. Red has been
Wee bit of foreshadowing there.
put
Love it.
on no matter what he discovers, he's bringing Solus home. He's a good man.
I'll trust your judgment in him.
Don't trust mine. Trust Solus.
I already do. I should speak to him.
No, I will.
It's such a it's cutscenes like this
What
that
happened?
460
really make me think that I made
462
something
days
properly
since the body
special.
was attacked. Since I saw Solace.
You kept count.
Yeah.
Red, we know who's behind all of this. And I promise, we'll get as much information as we can tomorrow. But you have to do something first.
What is it?
There is an island, Haven. We need to take you there first. It's the last location of the medallion.
Why just me?
I promise, your questions will be answered. But you gotta trust me.
Okay. I trust you.
Thank you. Now, get some sleep. We've got a long day tomorrow.
Hey, Froggo?
Yeah?
I'm glad you're okay. I was terrified I lost you.
Hey, with Finn, Coy, and the Queen's Knight watching my back, I've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
So we can start to see Red starting to lose a wee bit of faith in himself here.
My queen.
Oh, this was a really lovely thing to do with the Yuki who does Solace.
I am stumbling and falling, but I bring hope with me.
My night, I am waiting for you. But the hope I once had is vanishing from me.
And there we go. Frog was now on the ship. Wee Min-Min's sitting waiting for us. Let's go. Let's head. So they want us to head to. So two new islands open up. Isla de Acero and Haven. And the Uncharted Island. So let me just tell you what this is real quick. Right. So this is the Uncharted Island. The whole point of this island was for you to have a place that with your extra goopa that you make during the game, you could basically clean up the island and decorate it. So if you go over to these things, you can pay 50 goopa to clean up the rubble, clean up the rubbish, and once you've basically cleaned up everything that needs to be cleaned up, then you can start making the island a bit nicer. So I'll see how much I can actually do with the money that I've got. I should have enough to do a wee bit more. See, basically rid the rubbish, come up here, cut the grass basically. So there we go. We started to see that the grass is now kind of in a neater fashion. I've only got enough for one last thing, so let's get rid of the shipwreck, I guess. But yeah, I would need to come back. I think we'll come back later on once we've got a wee bit more money, and I'll show you what the island looks like finished, because you actually get your own house. You get a bunch of different rooms in your house, including like a trophy room, and that also goes towards any accomplishments that you do in the game. You get statues and stuff like that, and any quests that you do give you certain things in your house. So there's a lot to the game that honestly I kind of wish I didn't do, and the reason why is it ended up being not worth the time and effort for the amount of people that would actually check this out. Unfortunately, the Uncharted Island it wasn't not super well received, but it just, people kind of came in, realised it wasn't part of the story, then just kind of left. which is a shame because there's literally so much to it, but it is what it is. But hey, yeah, that was part 2 of Red and the Cursed Isles. When we hit part 3, we'll be checking out Isla de Quero, and we'll be checking out Haven, and hopefully with a wee bit more money we'll get this island in tip-top shape and see what it's all about. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. It's really a lot of fun sharing my work with everyone else. And yeah, I'll see you in part 3 tomorrow. Bye everyone.